Tonight I'm making Kashmiri Mirchwangan Kurma. Hi, back after a pause for the summer and back with some pretty bad news. The Maharashtra government has decided to increase the price of alcohol excise. So, it's going to be a little tough. Anyway, regardless of the price, we just got to go on, I guess. So here are our ingredients. There's the whole spices, there's the powdered spices and the jeera. There is the water from the Kashmiri chillies, which I will explain how we got there. And there's garlic paste and there's onion paste. Basically, I fried these onions till they turn brown and then made a paste of that. And yeah, well, Maharashtra government makes it more expensive, but what to do? We just have to go a little slower. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm heating some ghee, that's clarified butter, in this cast iron pan of mine. And now that it's get a little warm, I'm putting in the whole spices. And right now for the whole spices, I'm going to keep the temperature down a bit, but first I'm going to keep the temperature a bit low, the heat, and let them start releasing their aroma, and then we'll add the mutton and get going with everything else. Okay, so the aromas have been coming out now. Time to add the meat in. Now, while this is a Kashmiri dish, basically I am not cooking it like the Kashmiris do. They first boil the meat, take out the impurities and all that, and then proceed to make it. I am doing it in my traditional way. Also, the kind of pieces that they make these big pieces and all. I'm not doing that. Okay, so here goes. Now I've turned the heat up to full, and I'm going to let all the water from the meat first come out and then to evaporate, and then proceed with the next. That removes that sort of the certain smell of meat that I don't like. It also cooks the meat very well. So and as usual, I'm running late. But however late I am, you have to still cook the meat for as long as it takes. So I guess my guests will just have to wait. So while the mutton is releasing its water, and now it has released its water, and I'm waiting for it to all dry up, I'll explain how I got the mirchi ka pani. What I did is I soaked a handful of Kashmiri mirchis. They're not very spicy, but a lot of color. I soaked them in water, boiling hot water, for about a couple of hours, and then I took out the mirchis, put them in the grinder, crushed them, and then added that water back and sort of strained it out, and this is what is left. The pulp has been tossed out. Going to be a key ingredient in this. The water has now all come out of the meat and is evaporating at a quick pace. Once that's gone, we'll start adding all the various other ingredients. Okay, now I'm going to add the powders and the jeera, that's the cummin, whole cummin, and there's the saunth, which is the powder of dried ginger, and there's saunth, which is fennel. So the powder of fennel, and just add a bit of water to cool that down. And I'm going to add a bit of chili powder, not much, just a bit. So that's 1 teaspoon of chili powder, because the Kashmiri chili, while they give a great color, they don't have much heat in them. So this is chili powder with some heat. Okay, time to add the onion paste. Okay, I think that should be enough of the onion paste. Again, I'm going to just let it cook for a couple of minutes. Let it, just mix up with everything, because the onion was cooked before it was made into a paste. So that's not a problem. Yeah, now it's nicely coated all over. Time to add the chili powder and the chili water, and to raise the heat up all over again. Okay. And mix it all and add some salt. Now I'll adjust the salt right at the end. Right now this should be sufficient to get into the meat. Now I prefer to add hot water wherever possible, so I'm going to add the hot water. I'm just going to cover it, and since it's hot, it should get to a boil very, very quickly. And then mix it, let it boil, and then once it's at a boil, I'm going to put it on a low flame and let it cook and cook and cook and cook, maybe an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll boil it down to the consistency we want, and that's pretty much it. So now it's boiling, and I'm going to just turn it low and cover it. Man, this is getting heavier and heavier. Anyway, it's covered, it's good, and I'm going to leave it for about 45 minutes. I'll come back every 10-15 minutes to stir and make sure there's enough water, it doesn't sort of burn and stick to the bottom. Got enough time to sort of finish this drink, and I'll be back. Right, so I finished the previous drink and I've made inroads into this one, about 45 minutes. Have to go a little slow now, no? Maharashtra government, this is the last round of old prices. Next round will come new prices. So anyway, I just want to, the meat is pretty much cooked and everything seems fine. I'm just wanted to reduce a bit. So I'm going to just let it heat on a high flame for 5 minutes. We're going to have it with roti or bread or something rather than rice. So, just going to let it cook for some time, let it reduce, and smelling and tasting delicious. So it's done. We've reduced it. I just turned off the gas. As you can see, it's not really liquid anymore. It's nicely thick. We're going to have it with some roti and bread. Time to eat.